One of our chief of education,
Mm-hmm.
he learned the happy learning from the USA.
Okay.
So
he thought this was the best type of
yeah,
learning.
yeah, and so he promoted the
Happy
policy,
learning.
yeah,
Happy
the
learning.
policy, but after maybe few years, she thinks maybe students can really learn something and skills
Right.
from the happy learning.
所以我后来就是要带着走的能力，就是
But
career 的能力怎么讲
but they ch-
Ability.
but they changed back to this system, right? They didn't
Yes.
they didn't like the happy learning so much.
对
They
So-
think it's we have to learn something like skills
Right.
can take with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So do you think the happy learning is the best way?
不是，
No.
现在就是我们现在就是要课程已经改革。
Now the most important thing is we have to learn something that can become a skill, not only happy learning.
So they didn't see that happy learning was teaching that much, right?
Yes.
They thought that teaching was the kids weren't as focused, they weren't as disciplined.
Yeah. And we want to teach students can thinking.
Right.
Yeah.
And you didn't think happy learning promoted a lot of thinking.
还不就是他们说觉得快乐学习可以刺激你的思考能力。促进你
某个部分呢，就是说我们希望减低小朋友学习的压力，因为我们
Taiwan, we have a test to high school to
To university.
university.
Yes, very
Yes.
difficult.
Yeah, so students have a lot of pressure.
Right. It's not
Yeah.
about happy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so now we still want to find some way to
To try to motivate the students.
yeah,
Right.
to motivate students.
But I think what you're saying to me is learning is not just about having fun.
yeah
Yeah,
Right.
because
yeah
we have still to pass the test.
Right.
To get a good
Right.
university.
Yeah, and I hear so much in my school from my own principal, we got to make it fun. Right? In the United States, we tend to criticize the learning patterns of Asia. Say, oh, they can memorize, but they don't know how to apply it. They can only memorize it. But
死记不会活用。
But the PISA test showed that they could actually apply it.
yeah
They can do what they're learning is really they can do. They can solve the problems, and this is why PISA is so important.
他说披萨就是不但证明了，就是说不是死记而已，还是可以去
对
应用这个。
Yeah.
我觉得我们的问题就是说，美国跟我们问题刚好在一个天平的两边。美国那边是 happy，
We are focused on study hard.
Right.
You focus on the happy learning, but we have to find a balance
Right.
between the happy
Sure.
learning and the
Right.
study hard.
And I have a quick question before maybe we can see the school. You used to be a cram school teacher,
Yeah.
and on average, how many days a week would the kids come to study at the cram schools, and how many hours?
Because I teach in senior high school,
Okay.
and they come cram school almost 5 days a week.
The one student comes to cram school 5 days a week for how many hours? 2 or 3?
3 hours.
And what do they study typically?
English,
Math?
math, and science.
Yeah. And do you think the cram schools help the kids to be better, or is it a waste of time?
I think for some students it's helpful.
It's very helpful.
Yeah.
But some students don't, they just sleep there, or they usually, most of them
Maybe
learn.
sometimes they just come here because their parents ask.
Make them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you think they helped you to get better,
yeah, if they really want to study.
right?
Yeah.
And
I
how
think
many?
it's helpful.
Normally, how many kids are in each class in the cram school?
15 to 20.
But I heard some of the classes could have 200 kids, or
That's a big cram school.
But have you heard about this type of cram school?
Yeah.
Where they have many kids in one
Yeah.
class?
Maybe 100.
100.
In classroom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So
I just teach in little cram school.
uh-huh. And did the kids normally, when they got home, they had to do homework after the cram school?
Yes. They
How-
still have to do the homework.
How much homework normally?
Normally, maybe 3 or 4
Four-
kinds. Yeah.
3 or 4 hours?
3 or 4 kinds.
Kinds of homework.
More.
In your class, in your school, typically for a 5th or 6th grader, how much homework do they have to do a day here?
5、6年级的小朋友 How much hours?
Hours here.
他们要一天花多久时间呢？
我猜差不多1个半小时到2个小时。
1/2 an hour to 2 hours.
1.5
1/2 an hour?
hour?
No, 1 and
Oh, 1.5 hours to 2
and
hours is
yeah.
normal here.
Yeah.
So this is the middle part of this elementary school, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4 levels, and the kids always have to use the stairs.
Yes.
So they get lots of exercise to go up and down. So this is what it looks like here. We're going to go into some classes here, but it's a really pretty school. And I noticed a lot of the kids wear these masks on their face. Why is that?
Because of flu.
The
Yeah.
flu.
Yes. The bacteria and
Right.
virus, they're very strongly, they're easily spread out in the schools. It's
Right.
Because we're so close. So it's better to put on a mask.
Yeah.
If there's one, people got flu in the class.
Oh, that's a good idea. Here is a smart board, and the kids look how disciplined they are in sitting in the classrooms here and learning English here. I kind of walked into a class, and what are the kids studying now here?
It's Chinese.
Oh, so
Chinese.
this is a Chinese class.
Yes, this
But
is-
these kids were having a little bit of difficulty, so you
Yes.
called them in from one of their other classes. But you do this on your time off, like
Yes.
your preparation time.
Yes.
But you have to do this as like an obligation to try to bring your weaker students up.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
And
Yeah.
and if they have the classmates problems, I will spend my time talking to
To help them.
Yes.
Wow. Do you enjoy being a teacher?
Yes.
Yeah, you like it. Okay, a math class, grade 5. See, the kids are working on some decimals here, but the classes are well controlled. Teachers in the back, and teacher has a basic sound system. But you can see, not a lot of technology. It's kind of the old way of learning. That they seem to be doing quite well on the world test, on the PISA test. So, what can I say? The music class. See the kids sit on the floors here, and it looks like they're learning a song to try to sing in English called "When She Loved Me." So kind of more of a karaoke style. But the kids do get music twice a week. And do they have like a band here?
Yeah.
They have a. Do the kids learn instruments here too?
Yes. If you join the band.
Band, but that's like, when do they have the band class? After school?
Yes.
Or is that another class?
After school.
After school they learn the